Hello, welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the time of month, title and thumbnail, it is my TBR time. So I don't know if you can tell, but I've gone full rainbow makeup today. I was filming a TikTok for The Problem with Perfect, which is a read along I'm on at the moment, and I just thought, as I've now got makeup on, let's film my TBR. I am once again filming my TBR really early. It is the 15th today, but tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I'm heading back down to my parents. I'm then going to Italy for a week. So I figured this was kind of really the last time that I was going to get a chance to film my TBR, because I don't want to come back on I land on the 28th. So I won't be back home until probably about 29th, because I land quite late. And I don't want to then have to film a TBR straight away. I want to get prepared. So that means I need to once again kind of predict my own reading. This didn't go so well last time I did this, as you may remember. But my thoughts are, at the moment, my 5 books on my Jenga TBR. I've got More Perfect, which I've read already. I've then got Lady Midnight, which I haven't looked at. Daughter of the Moon Goddess, I'm currently reading. Foul Lady Fortune, haven't started. And Hawthorne Legacy, haven't started. So 2 of those books we're good with anyway. I've started them. I've read or started them. I'm planning on taking Lady Midnight to Italy with me. And Foul Lady Fortune is my next read after Daughter of the Moon Goddess. So I feel like I'm going to have read 4 books by the end of the month. The only question mark I've got is the Hawthorne Legacy. I would like to read it. I'm hoping that I will get to it, but it's the only one that I'm not entirely sure of. So I'm going to take one punishment, assuming that I don't read the Hawthorne Legacy. Again, if I haven't read the 4 books that I think I'm going to read and I needed to take more punishments, then next month I will take them then. If I do manage to read the Hawthorne Legacy and I've punished myself needlessly, then I think what I'm going to do is next month, one pick I can swap for a mood read, but it has to be made at that time when the book comes up rather than just in general. So I'm going to build up my tower, grab my laptop because I forgot to get that, get all my prompts ready, get an idea of what I want to read / what I have to read, and then I'll be back with you to start doing the Jenga pulls. See you in a second. Okay, I don't know how well this angle works. It's very awkward, but you've got me and the tower vaguely in, so I'm going to just go with it. You're currently actually sat on top of a cup. It works, sort of. So let's start off with the 5. Actually, no, let's restart that. The rules of Jenny's Jenga, if you haven't watched this before, the playlist is linked somewhere. So I pull a brick from my tower. Each brick has got on it a colour and a number. The colour correlates to a genre. Pop the little card up here. And the number correlates to a prompt. I have got them all on my laptop down here. If I can't fill that prompt in the genre specified, then I can do it in any other genre, but I have to do one extra pull. If I knock over the tower at any point, we go to, I've lost him, here he is, the Cup of Chaos. Which I've changed the name of this every single time. This jar has got in it every book that is on my 23 and 23, every book that is on my 10 self-destructing books, and also every series that I am currently reading, which basically means that while they're all books that I am interested in some sense to read, it takes away all free choice. I've got in front of me here 2 piles. June is actually quite a quiet month for me. I've only got 3 books that I have to read, so 2 are for work and 1 is for a book club. And then I have got 6 books that I would like to read. We'll see if I get to them. So let's do my 5 punishment pulls first, because I don't think I'm going to read all of my books in May, and then we'll get started. So my punishment pulls don't actually count towards anything. 1, 2, 3. I'm going edges this time because 4, because otherwise you end up losing all of your middle bricks, which are generally easier ones to take out. 5. Okay, pull number 1. That middle was looking quite nice, and oh, he's got stuck that end. Oh no. Okay, he's not coming. Let's try that middle instead. So that is purple. Purple is the colour I really don't like. Oh no. Purple is non-fiction, historical fiction, classic, lit fiction, basically all those genres that kind of scare. Right. And the prompt for Purple 13 is features death. I actually might be able to make this work, possibly. God, what a cheerful prompt to start with. Who put that prompt on? Okay, I'm going with this one. This is Reproduction by Louisa Hall. It's a is it a non-fiction? I don't know what kind of book it is. I think it's like a literary fiction, in fact. It says The Frankenstein for the 21st Century by the Dylan Thomas Prize shortlisted author of Trinity and Speak. So that makes me kind of think it's a bit more literary. A woman begins work on a novel about Mary Shelley while pregnant for the first time. Recently married, she's just moved from New York to Montana. As the woman writes, fragments of Shelley's story begin to detach themselves from the page. Moving through her reproductive years, Shelley endured a catalogue of losses painful beyond comprehension. Still she wrote, conceiving Frankenstein in 1816. The woman's experiences of pregnancy, miscarriage and labour are traumatic and disorientating, especially in the context of political upheaval, climate crisis and an ongoing pandemic. Finally, she gives birth to a daughter and together they emerge into another world. Then a friend from the past reappears. Anna is a biochemist who has been struggling to become a parent, a scientist who sees everything as an experiment. How far will she go in her desire to bring a baby into being? Devastating and joyful, elegant and exacting, Reproduction is a powerful reminder of the hazards and the rewards involved in creating new life. It does mention miscarriage, so therefore I'm going to class this as features death, which is a really cheerful prompt. I might get rid of that prompt. So, book 1, Reproduction by Louisa Hall. I have to read this one anyway, so I'm glad I can get it actually on the TBR. Pool number 2. Can I go with you? Yes. That is Red number 1. Red is middle grade. And that is Finish a Series. Oh, that's actually quite difficult. I do know. Bear with, I have got a book. Okay, let's try again. So for my middle grade to finish a series, I'm going with Amari and the Great Game by B.B. Alston. While I don't think this is the last in the series, it will bring me up to date because this is the only one, there's only 2 books out so far. So I will count this as finishing a series. I thought I was going to really struggle with that because I don't know if I've got any middle grade series that I've only got 1 book left in. I'm in the middle of quite a few series, but I think this is possibly the only one that would work. So, Amari and the Great Game is going on the TBR. I'm actually really excited by that. I've been wanting to read that for so long. Pool number 3. Let's go with you. Red 29. Oh no, this is a scary one. Oh gosh. The prompt is Insta scroll. So I've got to find a middle grade on Instagram. Do you know what? I'm not sure I can do this. Right, let's start off. There aren't any middle grades in there. There is a Fourth Wing, which I want to read. It's not a middle grade. Apparently all I've got on my Instagram is food at the moment. We've got some books in this stack, let's see. No. I know Locked Library isn't. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to actually change to following. I might know, wait, I'm going to change to favourites because I think most of my favourites are bookstagrammers. So Kaylee, Bookworm Escapes is up top again. If I can't find anything, I think I am going to go with Fourth Wing. Ooh, Jade's books. Jade's bookshelf. So she reads a lot of middle grade. So there might be some middle grade on these shelves. Hang on, what's that? Oh no, I don't. I've got rid of that series. I can't see any on there. I've got Suki, Mrs. Cook's books. This is a middle grade book stack. But the only ones I own are the Hannah Gold books, and I've read them both. So that doesn't help. I think I'm going to... I'm calling it quits. I'm going to just do a sixth pull, and I'm going to say I'm going to put on Fourth Wing on my TBR because I really want to read it. And I'm taking that one from Kaylee at Bookworm Escapes. So prompt number 3 is going to be Fourth Wing by Rachel Yawas. I do have this on Kindle, but I'll just pop the cover up here. This is a new release about like a dragon school, I think, where when you join the school you either die or you get paired with a dragon, and our main character doesn't want to be a dragon rider. It's everywhere at the moment. I'm really excited to read it, so Fourth Wing is going on the TBR. Right, prompt number 4. Oh, that one came easy. It's another red. I don't want middle grade. Red 43. I don't really fancy middle grade this month. Okay, that is the oldest book on my TBR. That is a middle grade. Excuse me while So the oldest book on my middle grade TBR, I think I've got 2 books which are the oldest on, which I got at the same time. One is Magnus Chase. I don't want to read that because I'm also reading the Percy Jackson series at the moment. The other one is the Artemis Fowl series, so I'm going to continue with that and read Artemis Fowl and the Arctic Incident. This is the second book in the Artemis Fowl series. I'm pretty sure I've read this one before. So my thing with Artemis Fowl is I've read some of the books, but not in order, and I don't remember which ones I've read and which ones I haven't read. So I'm just reading the whole series to try and basically make sure I've read the whole series. So this is book 2. In this one, the Russian mafia are holding Artemis's father to ransom in the Arctic Circle, and only Butler, his bodyguard, stands between him and an evil pixie. So yeah, I do enjoy the Artemis Fowl books. They are fun, they're fast paced, so I'm excited to get to that one. Okay, pull number 5. Let's hope there's no more middle grade on this TBR because I just don't really fancy middle grade this month, even though I'm reading, oh, for fuck's sake. Red 8, that's another blimmin' middle grade. I'm not happy with this TBR. That's a middle grade with an unsure prediction, so one that I don't think I'm going to enjoy that much. Let's go back to the shelf. Okay, so my number 8, my next prompt was a middle grade with an unsure prediction, so one that I don't know if I'm going to enjoy, and I'm going with Girl of Ink and Stars by Kieran Millward Hargrave. To be totally honest, part of the reason for this is this book is Diddy, but also I feel like I should like Kieran Millward Hargrave, but I've read a couple of her books. I really enjoyed Julia and the Shark. I quite enjoyed Layla and the Blue Fox. I didn't particularly enjoy The Mercies, but that's obviously an adult. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Secret of Blood and Bone? Bird and Bone? Whatever that was called. I'll put it up here somewhere. So I don't know what my thoughts are going to be on this one, but I will give it a go. The synopsis for this one: forbidden to leave her island, Isabella dreams of the faraway lands her father once mapped. When her best friend disappears, she's determined to be part of the search party. Guided by an ancient map and her knowledge of the stars, Isabella navigates the island's dangerous forgotten territories. But beneath the dry rivers and dead forests, a fiery myth is stirring from the deep. It does sound good, but like I said, I've been a bit hit and miss with Kieran Millward Hargrave's writing, and I feel like the two that I've really enjoyed, Julia and the Shark and Layla and the Blue Fox, are her newer books, which I feel are in a slightly different style to her older ones. So we'll see what I think of this one. Okay, hopefully the last pull number 6. You? Oh good, and it's not blue. It's not red this time, so this is a blue number. Oh, I like that one. So blue is contemporary or romance, and the prompt is pretty cover. I have got 2 romances on my list that I want to get to. So I've got The Love Hypothesis and The Hating Game. I wouldn't say either of them have got a particularly pretty cover. Let me just consult my shelves, which are right here, so I don't need to go very far. This is quite difficult actually. Okay, I've got 3 books which I'm kind of doing as possibilities. Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. I do quite like this cover. Again, I don't think I'd class it as pretty. Learn My Lesson by Katie Roberts. Again, I do like it. Is it pretty? And The Idea of You by Robin Lee. I like this one, and I really like that the sort of sunset in the sunglasses. I think I'm going to go with this one, you know. It's very simplistic, but I feel like just the sunglasses makes it pretty, in my opinion. Right, they were my 6 pulls. I'm going to dismantle my tower and come back with you for the rest of the books. Okay, so my full TBR, we had got Features Death. I'm reading Reproduction by Louisa Hall. A middle grade that finishes a series. We've got Amari and the Great Game. Then we had an Insta scroll. I was meant to find a middle grade, couldn't, so I'm putting on Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Then I've got the oldest middle grade on my TBR, and I've gone for Artemis Fowl and the Arctic Incident. Another middle grade, which I didn't think I would enjoy. I had mixed thoughts on. I've gone for The Girl of Ink and Stars by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. And then a contemporary or romance with the prettiest cover, and I've gone for The Idea of You. So the other books that I have to read this month are The Last Argument of Kings by Jo Abercrombie. This one is for the Catch Up Book Club. And also This Family by Kate Sawyer. This is one that I'm reading for work. So this plus Fourth Wing is my definite TBR, which I'm just throwing on the floor here. I have got some others here that I would like to get to. So like I said, I've got 2 romances I want to read, Hate and Game and The Love Hypothesis. Honestly, no other reason than I would just quite like to get to them both. I also feel like reading Jade City. This has been calling to me for quite a while, and I just would like to get to it. I don't think realistically I will get to it next month, but it may make its way onto the TBR. I'm going to decide on that one in a minute. Speak of the Devil by Rose Wilding. So this one is an ARC, it comes out in June. I'll link it up here, but in my top 10 crime books, I read the synopsis again and I was like, oh my god, I need to read this book. So this one is going on the TBR. It sounds amazing. And another video that I did recently, I'll link up here. I did try a chapter and read the first chapter of In the Lives of Puppets and also Some Desperate Glory. I want to carry on with both of these. They both really kind of impressed me and I was excited by them both, so I wanted to read both of them. So I don't think I'm going to actually put on Jade City. I think it's possibly one too many. Seeing as this is the stack of the maybes. Well, of the non-Jenga books. I feel like putting 13 books on my TBR is a little bit over ambitious. I'm going to narrow it down and I'm going to put on those 3 because I really enjoyed In the Lives of Puppets. I'm really excited by Speak of the Devil and I feel like I'm going to enjoy the Hate and Game more than The Love Hypothesis. I quite liked the film of The Hate and Game and I have read Love to Loathe You by Ali Hazelwood and it was good, but I wasn't like massively impressed. So this, I'm going to put this one on backwards in place for Fourth Wing. Pick up my stack. This is what my stack looks like. Why do I do it to myself? Yep, this stack is big. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books. Many hundreds of pages. We will see how I get on. Do you know what the unfortunate thing is the books that are actually on my TBR don't excite me. This does not bode well for next month's TBR. Anyway, help. Please do just, you know, send help, thoughts, well wishes, reading power. That would be great. If you have read any of the books that are on my TBR, please do let me know how they were, especially if it's any of the ones in my Jenga TBR, all of the middle grades that I'm not massively excited by. Please tell me if they were good, because I need to be hyped up on all of them. If you liked this video, please leave me a like, comment down below, subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.